I don't have long because I got to log in to a session in a couple minutes, but I, well, 15 minutes. um, I wanted to talk briefly about love. Okay. And I know I've talked about it or breached on it a little bit in past videos, but there's different types of love, right? I mean, there's romantic love, there's familial love, there's friendship love, which is similar to familial. And then there's agape love, okay? Um, which is more of that like higher self, God source, higher perspective love, and love that we can have for our fellow man. Um, that isn't necessarily relational in a sense. You know, it's that love that triggers us when we think harm is happening to people. It's that love that I might not know them personally, but they're my brother, my sister in spirit, and they're, I don't want to see harm come to them. It's that empathic type love. Okay. So, and then there's love of self, which kind of falls under some of those, if not all of those other categories, other than maybe romantic. But, whatever. We'll leave that alone. Um, Love of self. That's what kind of stems us forward with regards to self-care, trying to feel better. Oftentimes we try to feel better, but we don't necessarily do things that actually make us feel better. They're just quick fixes that aren't really helping us in the long run. They're more distraction, if you will. Okay. And that's not everyone. And with that, I wanted to share, because I know that that I'm on this journey of resetting my circadian rhythm and just a self-love, self-growth type journey. Um, and it's been kind of my focal point. And it helps me to show up better for my clients, my family, and my friends. So it's important because how you treat yourself reflects on how you treat others. It does. And how you allow others to treat you as well. Because if you're chasing affection and looking for love externally to the point that you would settle or allow mistreatment in some form out of fear of losing someone, that speaks to abandonment wounds, okay? But you're also going to attract in people that are probably not going to treat you really well. There's always the exception. There is. But be mindful. And that's where the relationships in our life are almost a mirror to teach us a little bit about what's going on internally. Because it's internal before it's external, believe it or not, in a lot of ways. So that aside, I did something fun today. It was really kind of cool, keeping an eye on the clock. I actually went for my first adult sauna. Okay. I don't know what people's beliefs are, but I've always been a proponent of astrology and things of that nature, the esoteric, if you will, because I don't believe in all or nothing anything. Like there's not one thing that is the catch-all, but they're all tools to help with gaining insight. And one of the things I've learned is that I have Leo in my 6th house, and 6th house is place of health, body, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure. I'm still learning. And again, when I say astrology, I'm not talking about the horoscopes. No. In any case, and Leo is really centered in the heart. It's heart placement. It's fire sign. So it's fire. It's the sun. It's all kinds of wonderful warmth, if you will. So I was told that I would benefit from doing like sauna, infrared, red light therapy, stuff like that. And let me tell you something. I did an infrared sauna, and I'm not even one who likes extremes as far as temperature. So the fact that I sat in like 145-degree sauna for 45 minutes, but it felt like a warm hug for me. It did. It just felt amazing, and it energized me. And I just got out of the shower a few minutes ago. I feel good, and that's self-love because I did something, I tried something because I didn't know if I was going to like it or not. Last sauna I sat in, I was little and I went to the Y with my dad, and that was a steam sauna. So I couldn't really speak to whether I'd like it or not, but it felt amazing in my body. So I'm not pushing saunas by any means. I'm just talking about doing things that feel not just emotionally good for you, but physically in a healthy way. Okay. That's the key. Healthy. Okay. Drinking water, intentionalizing your water. Water is a conductor. It's kind of like I've seen videos where different frequencies can impact the shape of water. So, I mean, just like you wouldn't yell at your house plants if you want them to grow and prosper. Don't yell at your water. Not that most people do, but if you're thinking, oh, I hate water and I'm choking it down, it's not going to have the same benefits as if you're intentionalizing over your water, almost like saying, you know, um, grace. Is that what it is? Yeah, when you say grace before you eat food, right? You do that over your food, do that over your water, intentionalize that stuff so that when it hits you, when it goes through your body, you're getting the best benefits from it. Okay? And you deserve that. We all do. But those are like little things that we can do to help ourselves that most of us don't take time to think about because we're either scoffing down food, we're choking it down because we're running late. See, these are the little things that if we intentionalize our time, intentionalize and be present in the moment and intentionalize our actions, the profound effect it can have on how we feel. Because how we feel physically has a direct impact on how we feel emotionally. And how we feel emotionally can absolutely, it goes both ways, can have a direct impact on our thoughts and our thinking and the stories we tell ourselves, which then become our beliefs. It's all connected. So you start where you're at, you start with what makes the most sense for you, and you start building on that. It makes a difference. But in any case, I wanted to share that I did the sauna and I loved it. So I signed up. I'm going to go weekly and see how that does for me. I don't know. They say there's a lot of really positive effects of it. But like anything, you got to do things in balance. You don't overdo it. It's not recommended to do 5 saunas a week at 45 minutes. It's not good for you. So I'm going to do once a week. There's other things I'm doing too, but you don't need to hear everything. Well, I'm sure you don't want to. But in any case, all right, I got to get going, but I wanted to share that with you and make sure that whatever you're doing in life, when you're showing up, always run it through the lens of love. Is this promoting love in my life? Am I benefiting from this in any way? And I don't mean in a selfish way, right? But in a way that nurtures your heart, nurtures your soul. If you're always feeling depleted, we have to sit with that and say, why? Why do I feel depleted? Am I not getting back? And again, it doesn't have to be tit for tat, but we have to have some reciprocity within a relational dynamic. And sometimes it has nothing to do with that. Maybe I'm just working too many hours and I'm not prioritizing my time in the sense of getting sleep and rest. Those are really huge. How we nurture our bodies has a huge impact on how we show up in life, in addition to how we nurture our hearts, our souls, our minds. Everything in life is about balance. So, in any case, I leave you in agape love. I wish you all the best, and I will talk again soon. All right. Have a good one. Bye.